What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for House of Villains, Season 1, Episode 2, you guys. And this episode was titled The Lesser of Three Evils. So, before we go ahead and get into this, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this episode of House of Villains, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, it won't be long because not a whole lot happened in this episode. So you guys remember in last week's episode, Omarosa named her people that she wanted to put up for banishment. You guys remember that was Jax, Shake, and Corinne from The Bachelor, right? So we get back to the house and Omarosa is talking to Shake, and Omarosa was telling Shake, like, you know, the reason that I really put you up is because when I came to you to form an alliance with you and you told me I'll get back with you the next day, right? That is the reason why she put him up. If he had immediately jumped on the opportunity to work with Omarosa, she wouldn't have put him up, right? Now, do I necessarily believe that? I don't know 100%. So Eva comes on and she lets them know that one of them will be going. One of the three will be leaving the house in the next 48 hours, and that everyone in the house will vote on who leaves the game, right? So again, you guys, this is very similar to Big Brother. It's also kind of similar to, if you guys watch on Oxygen when they did the Bad Girls All-Star Battle, similar to that as well, right? So, Jax. I really hope and pray that Jax is the one who's going to be leaving us, because I could only take so much of Jax, right? So that night they went to bed and Jax, he snores like a freight train, right? So, you know, he was disturbing his roommates. And so the producers were doing his one-on-one interview with him, right? And they asked him, does he have a CPAP machine? He was like, a CPAP machine? That sounds like something that a woman does. They were like, that is not, they said, not a pap smear, a CPAP machine. He said, sleep apnea. Now I'm just like, okay, Jax, please go home. Another thing I will point out about Jax is still the same person he's always been, very braggadocious, right? He was talking about how much, you know, he was telling Shake this, right? He was telling Shake that, you know, Brittany is bringing in $2 million with this Jenny Craig deal that she has. And I was like, so if you and Brittany got that much money, then what are you doing here, number one? Number two, I could have swore I saw that you two had a little bit of tax issues, but let me double check, because I don't want to put stuff out there and say that they have tax issues when they didn't have tax issues. So let me take a good long look and see. Yes, I was correct. It says the U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal Jax, 43 years old, he's paid off all his federal taxes from 2014 to 2021 in the amount of $1,602,923.46. A notice of federal tax lien obtained by the U.S. Sun was filed in July 2022 in the amount of, it was actually, $1,058,345.58, but he ended up paying, like I said, $1,602,093.46. Jesus the Christ, a $1.6 million debt. He paid it on January 6th of this year. So yeah, Jax is not rolling in the dough like he claims he is, right? Because if he owed $1.6 million in taxes, yeah, sir, you might need this money because you might be a little bit on the brokey side, but if you and Brittany got that much money, it is what it is. Let's keep going on, right? Let's keep going on. So Shake. I'm gonna take it that you've never watched a competition reality show before, right? Because the number one rule when it comes to anything like this especially when you're plotting against somebody, don't talk loudly about the person. And then make sure that the person is nowhere near you. Because Shake went to Bobby to tell Bobby that he don't think that Jax needs this money. And Jax overheard him, and him and Jax had a little words about that. Let's pause here, you guys, and move forward. Now, like I said, do I think Jax needs the money? Looking at that, looking at the fact that he paid $1.6 million in taxes, he absolutely needs the money. He absolutely needs the money. Bruh, man is probably broke as fuck. But that ain't nothing, right? So they got called down to the TV room by Eva. And so on the TV, we got that bitch Carol Baskins, as Joe Exotic calls her, right? So Carol was talking to them. I really didn't understand the purpose of Carol talking to them. I thought maybe Carol would be introduced in the challenge, or at the very least, I thought she would be hosting the challenge. But no, she was just on the screen talking about being a villain and how she got vindicated. I was like, now, Carol, were you really vindicated? Because we still don't know what happened to that husband of yours. So I still got my good eye on old Carol Baskins, but that's neither here nor there, right? So they all leave to go to the challenge, and they pull up to the challenge, right? And so Jax notices there's a Shelby there, right? And so Jack's like, "Oh, I'm part of a Shelby club. Like, I'm gonna win this competition. I'm gonna do this competition well." I was like, "That's a problem, Jax. You and this cockiness." And I'm thinking to myself, like, Jax, you must really don't know what you're doing, because if you're in a house and you're trying to win money, you're putting a target square on your back, right? You're putting a target right on your back by trying. I don't know if it's just in his cockiness as well, and I don't even know why he's as cocky as he is, right? So they have somebody come out and and show them how the challenge is supposed to be done, right? In the Shelby, and Bobby got in the car, and he was supposed to be on the passenger seat, right? So after they finished the demonstration, Joel told them, "Yeah, you guys ain't driving this Shelby because we ain't got insurance on this damn thing. So what you're going to be driving is this." Because when they first saw it, when they first got there, Corinne as well as Shake were kind of nervous, thinking that Jax would win, right? So they got there and they found out that they're actually going to be driving golf carts. Corinne was so freaking happy. So there's a little bit more. There's another twist to the game, right? So yes, Corinne, Jax, and Shake will be driving in those golf carts, right? But they have to pick someone, because they're going to be driving blindfolded, and they have to pick someone to be in the passenger seat to direct them through this obstacle course. And I was like, okay. So you have to pick the person who you feel like you can trust that'll guide you, to winning this competition in the fastest time, right? So Shake, he ended up picking Bananas, and Corinne picked Bobby, and Jax picked Fair Play. And I was like, Jax, I think that was a dumb move to pick Fair Play. This is a master manipulator. He is someone who has played competition reality shows. If you are someone that I see as a physical threat, I'm not going to help you win. I'm going to throw the challenge for you, right? So we see Shake, he went first. Then after Shake, it was Bobby and Corinne. And then finally, it was Jax. And when Jax went, you could clearly see it. Like, Jax started going, and Fair Play had Jax going in some circles and some loop-de-loops. I'm like, you are getting played like a fiddle, and you don't realize it. And a lot of people were in their interviews saying, why did Jax pick Fair Play? Like, did you not know anything about him? And even Jax in his interview said that he didn't. His manager told him to look into these people, but he didn't. I was like, yeah, you should have definitely looked into Fair Play and Omarosa. Like, those two, once again, Omarosa came from The Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice, where she was cutthroat to make it to the end, which I don't know what she won. I guess she won a job with Chester Cheeto. It wouldn't have been something for me. I know what Fair Play, I know what Survivor wins. I think Survivor is $1 million. I believe I think that's what their winner gets. I can't remember. I don't watch Survivor like that to know the logistics of Survivor, but hey. So yeah, that's that. So we end the competition. So we find out who's in third place. Jax. So it's between Corinne and Shake. So the winner of the competition is Shake. So Shake is able to come off of this, the banishment block, and so he's safe for another week, right? So that just leaves Corinne and Jax on the block. So let's pause here, and I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up this episode, you guys. So we get back to the house. Corinne is campaigning to some of the women that they need to get the guys out because the guys are going to dominate the physical competitions. Absolutely, right? So Jax is a complete moron. First of all, he keeps saying strategery. I was like, Jax, that is not a word. Strategy, strategic, that's a word, but strategery is not a word, sir. So he wants to go up to Fair Play and ask Fair Play, did you throw the competition? I was like, once again, Jax, you obviously don't know how this works, right? On top of you bragging about what you can do, you're going to go up to Fair Play and ask the man, did he throw the competition? And you think he's going to tell you, yes, that he threw the competition? He told you no. Jack's like, I don't come from that competition reality, that challenge bullshit reality show that they are from. Jax, you might not come from that, but you're not on Bravo either. So you keep talking about Bravo, but you're not on Bravo, sir. So I want you to stop, name dropping, right? You're name dropping Bravo as if, like, they were on the main Omarosa, and more specifically, Omarosa and Fair Play, they were on major networks. Survivor's on CBS. Apprentice was on NBC. You were on Bravo. Bravo is up under the umbrella of NBC. People are gonna know Omarosa before they know you. Just letting it be known. Like, shut up. And then he even has, him and Shake got into it at one point, and he kept talking about the fact that, he was on Bravo for years, whereas Shake was on one season of Love is Blind. Okay, what's your point, Jax? Yeah, you may have made a lot of money, but as I just informed you guys, Jax also had debt that he didn't pay. He had a tax lien. So, what are we talking about? You were on Bravo for years. You're not there anymore. What the fuck are you talking about? You guys are both on the same fucking show. So what, again, Jax, are we talking about here, sir? Shut it up. So, after that, you guys, they went down and got in the hot tub, and Bobby got drunk as hell and decided to go up to Tiffany and to Corinne's room with the encouragement of Bananas, which was no shock to me that Bananas did that, because like I said before, I've watched the challenge, so I know how Johnny operates, and that was no shock for me to see Johnny do that. So they had that little issue in that night. Then the next night for dinner, Tiffany was still upset with Bobby, and Corinne was like, oh, it's okay, nothing really happened. And Tiffany was like, nothing really happened. He came into our room. She's like, you know what? Forget it, girl, forget it. So Tiffany and her roommate Corinne are having an issue with each other. Oh, I forgot to mention that, you guys. The real reason why Tiffany is so gung-ho for Corinne not going nowhere is because the girl brings her coffee and she gives her as much bathroom time as she needs. I was like, oh my God, Tiffany, but it was hilarious, right? So after that, we go and down to the villain layer, and Omarosa takes her seat, and Jax, and now again, have y'all never watched? Because this is very similar to Big Brother, where people are on a nomination block, you stand up before your housemates and you make a final ditch plea for them not to send you home. Jax's final ditch plea was basically saying, send me the fuck home. Like, I'm a physical threat to you guys, but I haven't won any competitions, but I'm still a physical threat to you. I was like, Jax, you're dumb. Dumb as fuck. So they went in to vote. And so we don't know who left in this episode. So we'll find out in next week's episode who is the first person leaving the House of Villains, you guys. So if if I left anything out, you guys, please leave it in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn your post notifications on. Share the video. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.